Yeah. How does this framework redefine something as abstract as the soul? Because usually when we hear that word, we think of something ethereal
A ghost floating in the clouds.
or a strictly religious concept.
And we have to completely strip away those mystical
that.
or religious connotations to understand the mechanics here.
Okay, so no ghosts.
No ghosts.
Yeah.
In the IFG-SE framework, the soul is not a ghost. It is the primary informational architect.
Software.
It is the core foundational software of your entire existence.
Wow.
This software contains your unique coding,
Right.
your specific talents, your innate abilities.
And the highly specific mission code.
Exactly. The operational parameters for why you are existing in this space to begin with.
It's pure, structured, intentional data.
Yes.
But wait, let me play devil's advocate here.
Go for
Or
it.
at least play the role of mainstream materialist science.
The skeptics.
Right. The scientific consensus right now is that the brain creates consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
They say that if you fire enough neurons together in a complex enough web.
Awareness magically emerges from the meat.
Exactly. How does the HOS model address that?
Well, that assumption is the fundamental foundational error of mainstream materialist science.
The biggest mistake.
And it's an error that keeps humanity looking in the wrong direction completely.
Oh, the brain doesn't create it.
The brain and the spinal cord do not create your consciousness.
Okay.
That is like looking at a laptop, seeing a website on the screen, and assuming the plastic and silicon inside the laptop actually invented the internet.
Oh, that's a great analogy.
The brain and the spinal cord are simply the primary physical hardware.
So they are just the receiving equipment.
Precisely. The brain functions as the main processor. It decodes and renders the data.
And the spinal cord.
It functions as the broadband antenna.
Wow. Okay.
It receives the signal of the human operating system, your soul software, and distributes that signal throughout the biological vessel.
So your physical body is essentially a highly sophisticated, densely packed biological terminal.
That your primary informational architect uses to interact with the physical rendered world.
That makes so much more intuitive sense to me.
Doesn't it?
It explains why you can feel like, even when your body changes or ages or gets injured.
The software is intact.
Yeah.
The terminal is just experiencing wear and tear.
Right. But let's rewind the clock.
Back to tier 0.
Yeah. Before the dense physical world we are sitting in right now, before the modern chaos,
Right.
what did this terminal look like in its pristine state?
The original blueprint.
Because the framework refers to the original Tier 0 architecture as the luminous gestalt.
Yes.
What was the actual shape or geometry of this original soul architecture?
To visualize the original uncorrupted architecture of the HOS, you have to imagine a specific geometric flow.
Okay.
It's called a toroidal vortex.
A toroidal vortex.
Picture a continuous curving flow of energy, shaped somewhat like a torus.
Which looks like an apple or a donut.
Exactly. Energy flows up through the center axis, cascades seamlessly over the outside boundaries,
And pulls back up through the bottom singularity.
in a perfect, continuous, unbroken loop.
Like a fountain.
Yes.
A fountain that recycles its own water perfectly without ever spilling a drop or needing to be refilled from a pipe.
Exactly like that. And what's truly fascinating about this geometry is how it solves the philosophical problem of the individual versus the collective.
Oh, how so?
Well, the outer boundary of this flowing toroidal energy, the part that cascades on the outside, defines your individual self.
Okay, so that's the boundary that says this is you.
Right. But the central axis, that singularity in the middle where everything pulls through and concentrates,
Yeah.
that maintains an unbroken connection to the overarching gestalt, to all.
So in your original Tier 0 state, individuality and profound connected unity were happening simultaneously.
You were a distinct drop of water, but you never stopped being the ocean.
Man, that's beautiful.